coaches talking about like players and thinking, yeah, but that parent is quite difficult though. Like this player's good, but their parent is a nightmare kind of thing. Whereas this player's equally as good, but parent dream to work with. They let us get on with it. They trust us. I think that's a big thing as
Do you
well.
think the nightmare parents damage the child's prospects as a result of that?
They can, they can.
I think every soccer coach, youth soccer coach, will agree with what this guy's saying here. It's true. I would actually take a less talented player that, of course, is coachable, and the parents are, supportive than somebody who is, or that has a kid that's parents are just toxic. Let's just be honest. And there's just a difference between like parents just being really difficult or parents just asking questions and trying to gain understanding, maybe of training sessions, of games, tactics, maybe the way their son's going to be used or their daughter's going to be used. Like questions and even feedback in a respectful way is fine, but to be toxic maybe towards the coach of the team is something that's going to just turn coaches off, and nobody's going to want to train your kid. Nobody's going to want to try to develop your kid at the end of the day. And there definitely has to be some trust there. And that trust, it may have to be earned with some coaches. As a parent, I could see that. But you gotta understand. The coach and where they're coming from and their viewpoint. When it comes to clubs, some people might watch this and they're like, "Hey, how do I choose the best club team for my kid?" The best thing to do is come up with some questions, interview the coaches. Club soccer is a whole nother beast. Most of my stuff is just really focused on training and, really youth at the grassroots level. A lot of my stuff is, not all of it. But I would totally, if I'm gonna sign my kid up for a club team and spend thousands of dollars a year, I'm gonna interview the director. I'm gonna interview the coaches that my kid is gonna be working with, and I'm gonna come up with some good questions that will help me feel comfortable spending that money. That's an investment, and whoever's gonna spend that kind of money, you need to ask questions, of course, and feel comfortable. But you know, don't just sign your kid up and, right, be a hindrance to your kid's development. That's really what it comes down to.